So we're the Cloud Cowboys. I'm Scott McGregor, and this is Arvind Subash, and Gopi is also on our team. We're on the Salesforce team, and then we've got Devashish, who was on the web team, and then Kush was our other member who couldn't make it today. So thank you for inviting us.
Hey guys, make sure you share on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Okay.
So next slide, please. So the problem we were trying to tackle is today, there's a lot of activity that advisors do self-serve to get information on the web, like running hypotheticals, portfolio resource analyzer, price it tool, retirement plan cost comparison tool, and the Target Pro debut. All of that information, there's a lot of activity that they do which would be very valuable to wholesalers as well as our internal call reps like the ASRs and RPSCs. However, very little of it is available to them within Salesforce when they do both their planning as well as when management does strategic reporting in order to do their higher level planning. Today the AMRs, if they get a call coming into them, they'll generate a hypothetical. But as you can see when I go to the next page, on the data here, it really only represents a very small percentage of the total hypotheticals that are generated. As you can see, it's 88% of them really are coming from outside of Salesforce. They're generated by the advisors themselves. And then for these other types, like the portfolio analyzer, the price it tool, and so on, we're really not capturing any of that information. So if an ASR is calling, they have no awareness of, hey, this particular advisor could be interested in target date funds, or I had no idea they were doing that much retirement business or fixed income. So we thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if there was an easy way to try and get that information into Salesforce.com? Usually in the past we've done that through a batch methodology, but since Salesforce exposes everything that they have through what are called APIs, or these stubs that allow you to both post information as well as pull it, we thought, why don't we build that into the website, into the advisor site, and allow that information to be posted directly as soon as the advisor does the analyzer tool. So let's go ahead and we'll go to the advisor. So why is this valuable? Well, once again, it can help really shape the interaction that the wholesaler or the call rep, the ASR or the RPSC has with the advisor, and also allow them to target specific advisors for follow-up that, hey, I didn't know this guy was doing that much fixed income. The other thing, like I said, would be nice too, is it really helps from an overall planning perspective for sales management to know how to allocate coverage as well, for previously unknown opportunities, and also to help automate targeting and scheduling too. So let's go ahead and we'll pretend like that we're an advisor. Our name is John Abley, and we'll log into this, the website, and we'll go ahead and generate a hypothetical.
So right now I am in the advisor website as John Abley. So John is ready to create this hypothetical. He chose AmCap and Euro Pacific both front for about $150,000 for the hypotheticals over the 10-year period. So he is going to create the presentation. Once he hits the presentation, that data directly flows into Salesforce. So you can see that data is already here for the sales team to look. And then on top of that, the sales team gets an email alert saying, okay, oh, John Abley just created a hypothetical in the website, and then and then a task is created in Salesforce for them to act on it. So there is a task created, and then they can go to the task and complete it. Either it's a follow-up call or whatever the task is, they can go into
and we wouldn't want to spam, the wholesalers or the ASRs every time something gets generated. So we also put a scoring mechanism on there so that when you get to a certain aggregated level of certain types of things that they would do, it would hit a threshold and it could go ahead and...
Yeah, we have a scoring mechanism based on the activity. So hypothetical has 100 points, price it might be 50 points. So we can, based on the score, we can create a task or we can act on it based on the score, accumulated scores they get. So, and then not only that, we have a cadence mechanism. Scott, can you explain the cadence?
Yeah, so this is called Sales View. The ASRs and the RPSCs use it, and it's a cadence manager. In the past, they would get spreadsheets coming from all kinds of different groups, meeting planning after a forum. Hey, I've got 3 advisors that actually went. Can you make sure you call them and follow up with them? Or they would have different calling campaigns, and they would get spreadsheets coming from all these different groups saying, here's these selection of 12 people I need you to call. Trying to keep track of it was kind of a nightmare. So what this does is you're able to load it all in, and this is a cadence manager that allows the RPSC or the ASR to say, okay, here's the next person I should call. And they can say, well, I don't want to call them too much, so it'll space it out and say, don't call this person more than every 2 weeks. So based on the information that John Abley did, we were able to call a workflow mechanism and automatically have him posted directly into this queue for this ASR to go ahead and call him. So I know that sales automation is a big deal because so much of what we do is manual, and yet we're being expected to try to do more with less. And so this is extremely helpful to be able to automatically put this stuff in without having to have somebody compile it into a spreadsheet and send it off.
Okay, so the next one is how we have all the data. How are we going to use the data? So that's where this wave analytic tool comes into picture. So Scott, can you go and explain?
Yeah. So So yet another technology we use is this. This is Salesforce's new reporting platform, and it's based on a NoSQL technology, which kind of flattens everything out into these giant key value pairs, unlike in a regular relational database. And it's very, very fast that way to be able to pump the information in, and interactive too. So if you click on the potential prospects here, all of a sudden this graph here, you can see that, oh wow, I had no idea that they had so many people interested based on the web activity in Utah and in Tennessee. Maybe we should reallocate our coverage model to be able to take advantage of some of that. So some really valuable reporting that you can get, and it's very fast and very interactive, and it allows management to drill in and kind of slice things differently to try to get at it. So,
okay. That's all
so anyhow, that's once again, that was our presentation, and we hope there's some value in it for for the organization, especially for the sales groups, to be able to take some of this web activity and use it in order to kind of craft their message as well as uncover opportunities. So thank you very much.
Thank you.